Freelancers that are order takers are told what to do, and freelancers that are leaders get to make the plan with their client and make sure the project comes to fruition. If you want to show up as a leader in your work and not be told what to do haphazardly and be at the beck and call of your client's every needs, but instead show up as an equal partner, here are some things you can do today to start better framing how you show up in your work with your clients and collaborators. First, in the beginning of a project, in working with a new client, you have to establish a project scope in the initial contract and in the initial conversations and negotiations with a new client or project. So you have to get clear on what your contributions are going to be, what is the client expected to contribute, and what are the guidelines in which you operate with a company as an external vendor. You are not an outsourced employee. You are an equal partner. How can you show up and say, these are the guidelines in which I collaborate with others. There's this many meetings. These are my working hours. These are the deliverables I'm expected to contribute here, et cetera, et cetera. Setting all these expectations from the start really is that important foundation to show up and say, you're organized, you're confident, you have a process, you've been through this before, and you're really gaining that respect and setting up the project to be really structured from the start. Another thing you can do once a project starts is being consistently proactive, not waiting for the client to go down the list and tell you what to do next, but bringing next steps and action items to them, saying, okay, after this meeting, I have these 3 takeaways. I'm going to start on deliverable X. I will check in back with you on this to get your feedback before submitting the first draft. Does that sound good? Right? You are actively moving the project forward, removing friction from this collaboration, making it easier for your client and the company that you're working with. And lastly, thinking through the project holistically beyond the individual tasks of designing something or writing something or setting up meetings. What is the holistic goal that we're focused on here? The impact the client really cares about? And you're consistently working towards that outcome and not getting caught up in the nitty-gritty. That really shows leadership to the clients you're collaboration with. So making sure to zoom out often to make sure you're working towards real impact. If you want to learn more about showing up as a leader in a freelance capacity, I was lucky enough to interview Selena Rezvani. She's a leadership consultant. I interviewed her in my newsletter, Career Freelancer, over on LinkedIn. Go check it out.